All right, what is going on, guys? Happy Saturday. We made it to the weekend, man. And I'm so glad that you guys are able to join me today on the live stream. And thank you for watching on the replay because I promise you there's going to be content and information that's presented here that will help you guys in the long run when it comes to these travel cards. So this is an Ask Me Anything, an AMA. The chats are open as well, and that is how you ask me anything. You have to chat it in, and it will appear, and I'll answer those questions to the best of my ability. And anything mentioned here is not financial advice. Just to let you guys know. So during this video, I'm going to discuss three of the top tier travel credit cards that you guys see in the thumbnail here, right above my shoulder. And the first one is obviously the Capital One Venture X card. The second is the Sapphire Reserve. And then we're going to go to the king of all travel cards is the American Express. And then we're going to discuss the pros and cons of each. And of course, discuss the important benefits and any annual fees associated with having the card. And then I'll give you guys my top choice, my personal top choice, and it's not what you think. So you guys can go ahead and chat in if you want. Super chats are welcome. So guys can send in those chats, and then we'll begin in just a moment here. And let's see. Let's start off with round one, which is talking about the most important thing, in my opinion, is annual fees and welcome bonuses. So I'm going to just switch here in a second. We're going to talk about the session expired. The the Amex Platinum card. So the Amex Platinum card has an annual fee of $695.
Damn.
And I know that's a lot of money per year. And you have to really think about it in a sense, how often are you going to be using this card, right? Or how often are you going to be utilizing all the benefits, all of the credits for this card? And we'll go into detail about what the additional credits and benefits are. And I think, yeah, that's going to be in later in this video for sure. So the annual fee is $695. And yeah, it says it right here. It's $695, and that is a lot of money though. They have a welcome bonus of 80,000 points when you spend $6,000 in the first 6 months. So roughly is 1,000 per month if you guys are looking to take advantage of that, those reward points or that actual welcome bonus. And a secret or tribal knowledge that I've actually used in the past when I want to take advantage of these welcome bonuses and I don't necessarily want to spend $6,000 just to spend $6,000, I actually will ask my friends or my sphere of influence. I'll ask them, hey, are you guys making any big purchases in the future, like furniture? Are you guys going to Costco one time? Because you guys know it's like $1,000 if you go to Costco. I'll ask my friends, are you guys making any huge purchases in the future? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, we're going to pay in cash. I'm like, oh, using cash is kind of dumb. Use my card and just pay me in cash. And I can pay off that balance immediately after it's spent. And that counts towards the welcome bonus. So that is something that I've used in the past where I'll ask a friend, hey, are you spending 2 or 3K on some furniture? Hey, use my card instead and just pay me back in cash. There I reap the benefit of the welcome bonus and I don't have to spend any actual money. So I'm not out of any money. I just get the straight up benefit of that welcome bonus. The second card is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And let's go to the main page actually. So this card is one of my favorites, and it is the card I had prior. So I actually still have it here. Like I still have the card here, and it's like a nice, I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but it's like a nice metal card, and it's heavy. Like when you like put it on a counter somewhere to pay for something, like you can actually hear the sound of it. It's like really heavy. It's a metal card. It's really nice. And Chase is one of the major banks here in the US, so it's very well supported. And the the annual fee. Oh man, let me stay on track here. So the annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $550. That is a little bit cheaper than the Amex Platinum, and there are reasons for that. And we'll discuss that when it comes to the benefits. And the benefits is what is going to set each of the cards apart from each other. And the welcome bonus for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is 60,000 ultimate reward points. And don't take the amount and compare them directly, because each card issuer each card issuer values their points differently. So I know for a fact that Amex values their points at, I think, 2 cents per point. Chase has it at 2.4 cents per point, and then Capital One has like 1.84 cents per point. So they're not built equally, but there is a special part of this video that I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your points when it comes to booking travel, because you know that this channel is focused towards travel. So I'm going to show you guys how to not only get your credit together and get the best credit card for you, but I'm also going to show you how to maximize the points that you can use for these cards and go to anywhere in the world that you want and just pay taxes. Or you can book that aspirational travel where you want to go business class to Japan or business class to Thailand, or you can use it to fly economy several times around the world for the same amount of points. So the 60,000 welcome bonus points are after you spend $4,000 in 3 months. Okay, that's half the time as the Amex Platinum and 2K less. And you guys can use that same hack where you ask your friends, hey, are you guys making any huge purchases in the future? Ask them, use your card, and have them pay you in cash right after and reap that benefit. And then the third card is the Capital One Venture X. And I have that card as well right here. So it's a metal card as well, obviously offered by Capital One. And this is definitely another one of my favorites. And the annual fee for this one, get ready for this, guys, is $395 per year. What? And the reason why I say that is the benefits that comes with the Capital One Venture X card. It's really, really worth the $395, right? So the welcome bonus for the Capital One Venture X is currently 75,000 miles after spending 4,000 in 3 months. So that's the same amount of time and the amount of money as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but they give you more points. And even if the value of the points differ, the amount that Capital One offers will outweigh the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So the winner here when it comes to annual fees and welcome bonuses, it's going to be the Capital One Venture X. Easy. You have a lower fee, the lowest fee out of all three that we compared, and it has a solid welcome bonus as well. And let's move on to round 2, which is travel rewards and redemption. So let's go right back to the Amex here. And I think, okay, those are all the benefits. So I'll just mention how this card kind of works when it comes to travel rewards. So currently, this can always change, right? So they can always nerf the card or they could soup it up, right? So right now, the Amex Platinum, you can earn 5x points on flights booked directly or via the Amex travel portal. And this is like a going theme when it comes to these travel credit cards. If you want to get the most amount of points, you want to book through their own portal. And that range true for all three cards that we're comparing today. So get used to that when credit cards say, "Oh, you get 10x on restaurants or travel." It typically is going to be through their portal only. And what you will want to really use the points for, as far as redemption, for the Amex Platinum, it's just great for luxury travelers and through Amex's travel partners and fine hotels and resorts. That they're kind of leading us on to how you maximize your points for flights in the future, and it's using the travel partners. So when you earn these points, when you earn these miles with all of these credit cards that we're comparing, the one way you can maximize it truly is using transfer partners. And when you transfer your points from either Amex, Chase, or Capital One to an airline using their points, like you go to British Airlines, you go to Virgin Atlantic, when you transfer it to these airlines, your points are actually worth more depending on how much that airline is charging for that particular flight. I've seen flights first class go for 80,000 points from San Francisco to Tokyo, Japan. And that's like on ANA, which is one of the best Asian airlines, and first class for 85,000 points, and then you pay like $30 in fees. That is aspirational travel, because that seat would typically cost in cash around $10,000 to $12,000. And I can guarantee you that 80,000 points, no matter what card you're looking at, is going to be much worth the value for using those 80,000 points instead of paying $12K in cash for first class. Okay, so let's go back to the travel rewards and redemption and go to the next card, which is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And I guess the standout travel reward is you earn 3x points on dining and travel, which is cool. It's all right, I guess. And again, their points for Chase, they're worth 1.5x more when you redeem them through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. Again, use the credit card issuers portal. It's extremely important that you guys know that, and just know what you're getting yourself into when you get these travel credit cards, because the annual fees, you pay those upfront. So as soon as you're approved for the card and you receive the card in the mail, you're immediately charged these annual fees, and you just have to know if you can reap the maximum amount of benefits from that particular card. So let's go to the last and final card for rewards and redemptions, the Venture X. And this one, I don't know if you guys can already tell, this is one of my favorites. So you can earn 2x miles on everything, 10x on hotels and rental cars through the Chase One Travel. I'm going to give that a Dom DeMarco. And if you're new to the channel, Dom DeMarco means like this is a standout feature or something insane just happened. The Capital One Venture X card, getting 2x miles on everything, 10x on hotels and rental cars through the Chase, the Capital One travel portal. The reason why I think that's such a standout feature of the card as far as earning and travel rewards and redemption is because I use this myself to book everyone's hotels that I traveled to Brazil with. Shout out to those guys. I used my Capital One card to pay for everything, and I had everyone reimburse me in Venmo or Zelle me back the money, and I got 10x points on all of those hotels, and it was like a lot of points earned from that trip. And that's going to actually fund future trips to either Africa, Asia, South America, all through just doing what I already do by traveling, right? And they have a simple redemption process for their travel purchases and to travel partners. But when it comes to like who's the winner, when it comes to travel rewards and redemption, I gotta say it's a tie, right? So you have Amex Platinum is meant for luxury. So all my rich people, all my bougie people that have those very very bougie tastes, Amex Platinum is probably going to be the winner for you. But Chase has the most flexible value when it comes to redeeming because of their amount of transfer partners. And then Venture X is just simple. It's just super duper easy to get to redeem points for travel. To get points for travel purchases and to travel to partners. And cool, we hit my favorite round, which is the perks and the benefits. The reason why we have these cards, right? The reason why we're willing to pay this annual fee is what is in it for me. I don't know if you guys can hear my garbage truck outside, but why would you pay $300, $400, $500, $600? What's in it for you? Let's go in detail with first the Amex Platinum. And let me make sure that you guys can see this. Let me make sure the text is big enough. Okay, we got a few folks in the building chatting already. I'll answer those chats. Actually, let me answer those chats right now. Mr. Leonard Boy for life. What's good, my guy? I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain, man. You know, how about you, man? I'm doing reaction videos after this live on the other channel, so you guys can get some entertainment there. How about you, bro? How are you doing? Do you get decent discounted rates from Nora? Nora, what are you referring to as far as discounted rates? And let me see if there's something I mentioned with the other channel. The other channel is called J Reacts. If you go to my channel page and you scroll down to featured channels, it's right there listed on featured channels. On hotels, I don't. I do for Marriott properties because I have a family member that works for Marriott. Shout out to her. She gives me her family and friends discount on Marriott properties. But there are a lot of places where even with that discount for Marriott properties, it's still a lot more expensive than other hotels and even Airbnbs. So I always do a comparison when I book travel, or before I book travel, I always compare Airbnbs, traditional hotels, and then Marriott properties with my cousin's discount. And I just go with the best balance of it all, right? So we don't want to be too price sensitive when we book accommodations. So we don't want to be super cheap and then expect super high quality hotels. That just doesn't exist. So I like to book at where it's a nice balance, to where the price is medium, and then like what you get out of it as far as quality is right there, meets right there. Venture X, mostly flights then. It depends. So you can go into the portal and you can get your flights, you can get hotels, you can get rental cars, you can get anything as far as travel goes. You can get through that portal, and literally anything you want. I even think that they have like a store. You can buy like Apple products and stuff. I know they have that with the Chase card, but I haven't explored it with the Capital One card yet. But with the Chase card, they actually had an Apple store where you could use your points to buy Apple products. I found that insane as well. That's not really mentioned a lot. Oh man, my session's about to expire. Yeah, that's not really mentioned too often as well. Is people can use their points to go into the portal and use it for Apple products. But I don't think that you get the best value out of your points when you use it in the portal for buying like Apple products. That's probably why people don't really mention it. You don't get the best value. The best value for your points is flights. That makes sense. I travel for business and looking for the best rates, but not too dirty.
Damn.
Oh man, Nora, that's funny. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's crazy. Yeah, you guys, just a reminder, this is an AMA, so you guys can ask me anything. I've had 2 out of the 3 cards. I actually have them here. 2 out of the 3 cards I actually have. And I'll explain why I chose these two over the Amex Platinum in a short moment. But let's go back to the benefits and perks of these cards. Let me make sure that the text is large enough for you guys to see on stream. I think that's pretty good. But guys, this is an AMA, so ask me anything, chat it in. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. So, Amex Platinum says unlock over $1,500 in value with your Platinum card. With benefits across travel, entertainment, and dining, Platinum makes each day an adventure. So they have a $200 hotel credit. Get up to $200 back in statement credits each year on select prepaid hotel bookings through American Express Travel using the Platinum card. Again, using their portal. Yeah, you guys can read all of that, but essentially it's just a hotel credit you can use for early check-in, beverages, spas, or other on-property charges. That's cool, $200. So keep in mind the annual fee is $695. So I don't know if you're trying to do the calculating in your head, trying to equal $695 of value from this $1,500 that they offer, but you can if you use a lot of this stuff here. And the next benefit is $240 of digital entertainment credit. Get up to $20 in statement credits each month after you pay for eligible purchases with the Platinum card at participating partners. Enrollment required. What does that mean? Essentially streaming services. So streaming services, they have the New York Times. Does anyone read newspapers anymore? Okay. Peacock and the Wall Street Journal. Again, I don't know who reads papers anymore. Yeah, I mean that's if you have like a Disney thing going on, you have Disney Plus, you want Disney Plus, you want ESPN Plus, Hulu. I know a lot of people love Hulu, so that actually may be worth it to some people for sure. They have the Walmart Plus credit. This actually may be useful for some people as well. Get up to $12.95 statement credit back each month after you pay for a monthly Walmart Plus membership. And the Walmart Plus membership is $12.95, so it's essentially a free Walmart Plus subscription. And it's essentially, if you guys are familiar with Amazon Prime, it's essentially like Amazon Prime's competitor. So you get to have free delivery for your groceries or what have you. Whatever you shop for at Walmart, you get free delivery. And they have Paramount Plus. Okay, all right, that's decent. Yeah, it's essentially the competitor to Amazon Prime. So if you shop at Walmart often, or Walmart is the only option you have in your area, this actually may be a nice thing to have. So it's $155, and then I have to have my hat off to the Amex Platinum card. The Platinum card is the king of airport lounges. And this is one of the reasons why I'm willing to pay for an annual fee for any card whatsoever, because I travel quite often. So when I do travel, I want to travel in some sort of comfort, right? If I'm flying airlines like Volaris, Spirit, and others, right? They're not known as the best quality airline. So at least when I get to the airport, before I board, I'll be treated to alcohol if I want alcohol. Whenever I do seldomly drink it, they have food, they have a place to relax, charge your phones if you need to. So the lounges at the airports, this is a game changer for this card, and this is one of the reasons why, if I really, really wanted to enter the Centurion lounges for Amex Platinum, I would get the Amex Platinum for sure. But I just don't know if it justifies the $695 annual fee just to access Centurion lounges in a handful of airports in the US and then a few more internationally, right? So let me just read this quick. The Amex Express Global Lounge Collection can provide an escape at the airport. With more than 1,400 airport lounges across 650 cities in 140 countries and counting. Enjoy the benefits of the Global Lounge Collection with a value of over $500 when you enroll in Priority Pass Select and make multiple visits to select Lufthansa lounges when flying Lufthansa, Plaza Premium lounges, and Escape lounges each year. It's a lot to read. The Global Lounge Collection also includes access to the Centurion Network and Delta Sky Club, subject to limitations. So the reason why this card is the king of lounges is because you have access to not only the Centurion lounges, but you also have access to Delta Sky Club. So Delta Sky Club is only accessible when you fly Delta, unfortunately. But when you do fly Delta, for all my Delta people out there, I know I have a few folks in my circle that exclusively want to fly Delta. And the Delta Sky Clubs are really nice, to be honest with you, and they're actually more widely available than the Centurion lounges. And yeah, if you guys are bougie like that, you fly Delta a lot, and you want the Centurion Lounge experience, the Amex Platinum card may be for you. And let's see, $200 Uber Cash. Okay. Add your Platinum card to your Uber account and you'll automatically get $15 whole in Uber Cash each month, plus a $20 bonus for a total of up to $200 per year. That's cool. That's all right. I mean, for people that I may not personally need Uber that often, but if you guys happen to reside in a city where you don't need a car or don't have a car, this may be a credit that you may want to get or take advantage of. And the $200 airline fee credit. This one kind of got me when I first looked at it, but it's mainly meant for incidentals. So like baggage fees, I believe are covered by this. So $200 per year. Yeah. So pretty much like baggage fees, upgrades. Those are the types of incidentals that you want to spend this credit on. I don't believe it's meant for like beverages or food on like in the flight. So I guess if you want to really fly like that, that's cool. The Saks credit I think is pretty worth it. So get up to $100 in statement credits annually for purchases at Saks Fifth Avenue. On your Platinum card, that's up to $50 in statement credits from January through June, and up to $50 in statement credits from July to December. So $100 in total, man. If you guys go to Saks, you might be able to get like a sheet of paper for $50, and it'll be free to you. Of course, Clear. If you guys don't know what Clear is, it's pretty much like TSA PreCheck on steroids. And you just either scan your eyes or use your fingerprint at the airport, and they escort you right to the front of the line ahead of even the TSA PreCheck people, and you walk on by. I used this for the first time, I think, when I was coming here for coming back to Vegas from Detroit for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, okay, this is a big crowd. You know, the PreCheck line was crazy. The regular line was more crazy. It was insane. And they had Clear. And I'm like, you know what? I have Clear. My Clear is free. Let me just try Clear for the first time. So I walked up. I'm like, hey, I want to just, get through. And they're like, okay. I scanned my eyes, and they led me to the front of the line. And I was through security in like 5 minutes on like during the Thanksgiving weekend. That's crazy. So the benefit for Clear, I would say, yeah, if you travel pretty frequently in the US, I would say get Clear. Even without the Amex Platinum card, if you can afford it, yeah, it's definitely worth it. To me, that is all of the tangible credits for the Amex Platinum card. And let me see if I had any notes here for it as well. Yeah, the king of lounges. And that's pretty much it. because all three cards offer Priority Pass lounge access, but there are two, the Amex Platinum and the Capital One Venture X, that kind of differentiate each other across the board. So let's move on to the Chase. Explore all the benefits of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So you get a $300 travel credit. You get reimbursed for $300 in travel purchases you make with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. This one I actually used a lot. So this $300 credit, you can essentially use it anywhere. You don't have to spend that money in the Chase portal. So you can actually purchase flights, hotels on their respective websites, and it counts towards that credit. Because with the other cards, with the Chase Sapphire, with the Capital One and the Platinum card, you have to use their respective portals in order to spend those travel credits. But with Chase, you can use it anywhere. That's definitely one of the things to note for the Chase card. And of course, I mentioned the points before. Let's go look at dining. No, ultimate rewards, lounges. We already talked about Priority Pass. We know what that is. That's pretty much like the worldwide network that every other travel card uses for lounge access. But the Sapphire Lounge, guys, is the kicker, because the Sapphire Lounges are owned by Chase and they're operated by the club, right? So the club they operate other lounges in the US and I think abroad as well. And you can access the lounges by the club with your Priority Pass subscription. And typically Chase Sapphire Reserve members can access these lounges unlimited, and I think they have two guests allowed. And Priority Pass people, even if you don't have Chase, can access the Sapphire Lounges by the club once per calendar year for free. So it kind of gives you a nice little teaser of the Sapphire Lounge. But if you don't travel that often, I'm gonna tell you guys I'm gonna show you guys like the card to get and keep forever. And the Chase one isn't it. So the Reserve Suites by Chase. What is that? Oh, that's only for LaGuardia. Okay. The Air Canada lounges it's a new option here. I didn't even know that. So you get access to the Air Canada lounges with Chase as well. And of course, we got to talk about the trip cancellation and interruption insurance with the auto rental coverage as well. So I believe all of these cards have the rental car insurance or coverage as far as collision, but they don't include bodily harm and damage to others' property. So keep that in mind when you use these cards and you use the card as the insurance for your vehicle when you rent a car. If you happen to damage someone's property or you get into a crash with someone else and they have medical bills, the other person has medical bills, you're going to be held liable for those medical bills, and it's not on Chase's dime. Okay. So, let's see. I think that's about it. The differentiators between the benefits. Of course, it's a Visa Infinite, but every travel card that is a Visa Infinite as well. So it just gives you concierge at the number there. So let's see if I had any notes about the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Oh shoot, the DoorDash and Lyft. They didn't even have that on here, do they? No, I don't even see it. Where is? Oh, gotta click expand for more, homie. Come on. Okay, so a couple of my favorite things that I used with the Chase Sapphire Reserve was the Lyft Pink. So that essentially it's you get free priority pickup upgrades, discounts on bike share, and more. And they also had a DoorDash. Did they get rid of the DoorDash benefit? Wow. Okay. They used to have a DoorDash benefit where they gave you free delivery with DoorDash, but it looks like they took it off. Okay. Let's move on to the Capital One Venture X. Here, let's see. So I'm gonna just kind of slide past a few of these things here because I don't want this to be like super drawn out as far as the benefits. It's you get to use the Capital One lounges. I just went to the Capital One lounge in Dallas recently. I think like last weekend, and oh boy, I can't wait until the one in Las Vegas opens up because the experience in the lounge in Dallas was exceptional. When I tell you that, like they had some of the best lounge food I've ever had. They have had chicken tikka masala. They had like, I think they had drinks where you can just pour it yourself, and I'm like, this is kind of crazy. And they had after I finished eating at the lounge, they allowed you to take away sandwiches, parfaits, and water. So when I finished eating at the lounge, I took away a sandwich and water and a parfait, and I took it on the flight, and it was like I was eating, like I had food on the flight because I was flying Spirit, and Spirit don't give you nothing, man. So I had the water, I had food, and I had a dessert. And people were looking at, like, my passenger partners, or like my neighbors, they were looking at me like, where did he get this food from? I got it from the Capital One lounge. Excuse me. Of course, they give you priority pass, and the kicker with the Capital One Venture X and the Platinum card is that they include the Plaza Premium lounges. And this actually includes a lot of, I guess, different kind of lounges at airports, at certain airports, that the Chase card does not allow you access to. The Chase card does not give you the Plaza Premium access. And you're going to really, really wish you had that access when you go to airports in Cancun and I think in Rio de Janeiro as well, because I experienced it myself. So I've been to Cancun, and they have, I think in Terminal 3, they have the Plaza Premium Lounge on the left-hand side, and then they have the Priority Pass Lounge on the right-hand side. And the Priority Pass Lounge in Cancun is kind of run down, and it's not kept up, and it gets overfilled a lot. But the left-hand side, the Plaza Premium Lounge, it looks way nicer. They have way better food, and the experience is way better. So the Chase people have to go into the Rinky Dink Lounge, and the Capital One people and the the Amex people go on the left-hand side and go into the better lounge. And in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the Plaza Premium Lounge that they have at their terminal is open 24 hours. And the Priority Pass Lounge closes at a specific time, and I had a late flight, and I was like, yo, am I going to be able to get into this lounge to get food or to get some type of drink? And I looked at it and I was like, wait, they're already closed. And I checked the Venture X app for the lounges in Rio de Janeiro, and they listed a 24-hour Plaza Premium Lounge, bro. And I was like, you know what? I'm covered. I'm good. Went in there. Beautiful experience. I had some great Brazilian food, and I was already full. And on my flight, just took a nap, and I was good to go. So if I only had that Chase card, I'll be in bad shape, man, because everything was closed because of the late departure from Brazil. So I'm just telling you guys like a personal story. So lounges, Capital One. I think what else do they have? Lodging, the Premier Collection. I'm not that bougie, man, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to be using that, but you guys can use those benefits for the Premier Collection, and you get a $100 experience credit as well. Let's see. Hertz President Circle status. You get that off the bat. So you get free upgrades and you get to skip the line when it comes to using Hertz. So if you guys use Hertz, this Capital One Venture X may be a great option for you. And of course, the auto rental collision coverage, we discussed that earlier. If you crash into someone else, they have medical bills, or if you damage someone else's property, you are liable for it. But it does cover the car that you're in already. So that's cool. Okay, so let's see who's the winner here. Clearly, as I spent the most time on this card, the winner is the Amex Platinum. It is packed to the gills with benefits and perks. And if you can justify the $695 annual fee and you're able to use all of the tangible credits, that might be the card for you, right? It's the king of lounges. It gives you a whole bunch of credits to use. If you can actually use those credits, that might be the card for you. Just keep in mind that American Express is a lot of the times outside of the US, or even in the US as well, is not widely accepted because of their higher transaction fees that they have. So people just don't take Amex around the world. So you keep that in mind. Always keep the Amex, but also keep a Visa and or MasterCard with you at the same time in the same wallet. All right. So let's see if we got any chats. It's great for grocery delivery in a pinch. It is that Walmart Plus for sure. We got a question from Alex. When it comes to short and long flights, is luxury more or less worth it depending on the duration? Ooh, that's a good question. Yes. So for short flights, bro, and I can only speak for me. Let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. When it comes to short flights, you can put me on the wing of the plane, bro. You can put me on the back. You can put me on literally anywhere on the plane. I'll ride on the top of the wing of the plane if it's cheaper. So like short flights for me are like two, maybe stretching it at 3 hours. Those are considered short flights for me. And I don't care where I sit because I can set up I have like a little setup where I have a phone holder that hooks onto the tray table of the back of the seat that I'm sitting at. So I attach that to the seat. I turn on Netflix, bro. I'll put my AirPod Pros in. Nothing else matters. I can put on a movie for 1 or 2 hours. I'm good. Because before then, I would have used the airport lounges to fill up on food, hopefully get a water to go. And I have a full belly. I got water with me. I got entertainment. 2 hours, I'm good. You can put me anywhere. But as far as like flights that are 5+ hours, which I consider long, I would much more consider to upgrade to a more luxurious experience. Like at a flight from, I think it was it Frankfurt to the US in Germany? So yeah, I was in Germany and I was flying back to the States, and I was like, you know what? This is an 8-hour flight. I don't want to be in economy for 8 hours. And I just went up to the front desk and I asked her like, hey, how much does it cost to upgrade to business class? And they told me a price. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, give me the upgrade. You know, like the cost wasn't that much. I think it was like $700 to upgrade to business class. And I was like, you know what? You only live once, man. Treat yourself. And yeah, if there is an option to upgrade for a longer flight like that, I'm going to opt 9 times out of 10 for more luxury. So that hopefully that answers the question there. Wing walking. Hey, Nora, you're funny. Nora is hilarious, man. Okay. Excuse me. So the last round, so round 4, before we get into the bonus portion on how to maximize your points for airline travel, we want to look at the ease of use and everyday value of these cards. So first, the Amex Platinum. with a expired session again. Um, let's see the notes I have here. The Amex Platinum is just the best overall card for frequent travelers who maximize those premium perks, those bougie perks. And honestly, in my humble opinion, it's not ideal for daily spending because they don't give you that like 2x on everything, 5x on whatever, 10x on whatever. It's not as good as those other cards for everyday spending. And as far as the Chase Sapphire goes, this one is like the middle ground between the two. So the travel and dining focus makes it versatile for everyday use. And if you are okay with the annual fee, and you may bank with Chase, which may make it easier for you to get approved for, the Chase may be for you. And then for the Capital One Venture X, this one, the flat 2x earning on everything that you spend, it means you don't really have to think about which category you have to spend in order to maximize your points. You just get 2x on everything. And through their travel portal, you get 5x and 10x on hotels and flights, which is crazy. So the winner for the ease of use and everyday value, it's my favorite card, guys, the Capital One Venture X, just for its simplicity. But then Chase is a close runner-up, just for if you're a foodie and you love dining at these like super expensive restaurants. So before we get to the bonus round, I want to tell you guys my favorite card out of the three, and you guys may have guessed it already. It is going to be the Capital One Venture X. And let me explain just a few reasons why I chose the Capital One Venture X as my keeper card. And it's because of, one, the annual fee is $395. That's good for me. It's cheap, and it gives me the most amount of benefits. So they give you the $300 travel credit each year that you have to use through their portal, of course. And that immediately subtracts $300 from the $395 annual fee. And then every year they give you 10,000 points or 10,000 miles. And those 10,000 miles equal typically about $100 in actual value. So that essentially makes it free. And they actually pay me $5 to keep the card. So that's the reason why I picked the Venture X. They give you access to all the airport lounges. The Capital One lounge experience in the US is phenomenal. And they give you access to Priority Pass. They give you global entry and pre-check for free. They give the Plaza Premium lounges, which is a hidden, like a benefit that's not talked about enough. And overall, the ease of use of the card is awesome. They give you in the app, they give you a virtual card number that you can use online, that if you guys are worried about like security, about your actual credit card number being out there online for hackers to get, they actually give you a virtual credit card number that you can have it revolving as well. And when you enter that stuff online and you get charged for that particular purchase, you can just hit refresh and it gives you a new digital credit card number. So your information, your credit card information can never be really stolen with the Capital One Venture X card as well. So yeah, I think that was overall pretty explanatory there, self-explanatory. So the Venture X is the winner, in my humble opinion. So if you guys have been hanging out with me for just under an hour here, we're approved for the credit card. We did the welcome bonus. We have all of the points in our account ready to spend, right? How do we maximize these points in order to have that aspirational travel trip, or to travel in economy to destinations that you've never been to before, that you've always wanted to go? This is the secret. this is the secret. So you may want to share this video, share this live with your friends that travel frequently, because I promise you they probably don't know about this website. So it is called Rome.travel. And this is not sponsored at all. So I actually stumbled upon this website some time ago. And what this website essentially does, it lets you search for reward travel based on what card you have, which program that you have, and how you want to travel. So here, see if I can enlarge it. You can travel economy or premium economy, or you can travel business and first. And you can say, for instance, let's go from LAX to Tokyo. Okay, yeah, let's do all airports because Haneda and Narita both offer like really good discounts sometimes. So let's go to Japan the 16th of January of next year. And it allows you to search, right? Eventually. Today. Okay. So it will give you the amount of points that you need to travel to make this trip. And it gives you the amount of that you have to pay in taxes and cash. So going from LA to Haneda, 222,000 points and $11. So if you want to make this aspirational trip, you can just save up your points. And this is high season. So this is for sure like the most expensive I've ever seen it. But you can also filter by which card you have. And this is the game changer here. So if I only have the Capital One, you can filter it by Capital One, and it lists the transfer partner here. So it's the Air Canada Aeroplan, and you can use that transfer partner. If you have 236,000 points, you can use that travel partner and redeem that flight. And you know what? Let's actually go to Air Canada's website and see how much this flight costs in cash. So Air Canada. Let's just do a comparison. So LAX to Narita. NRT. And I'm gonna make this a one way. And the travel day is when? January 16th. Let's see how much this flight costs in cash today. So business class is, let me get the exact flight, 7 a.m. Yeah, it's a 16. Yeah. So business class is $3,000. And if you have 236,000 points and $27 in your pocket, you can book this flight. And over time, you'll amass that 200,000 point level pretty quickly with that bonus, the welcome bonus. And then you just spending over time, you're going to eventually accumulate those many miles. And this is on the high end. I've seen emails from Rome.travel where they have like 80,000 points for business class, 40,000 points for premium economy, 10,000 points for US travel and economy. 10,000 points, that's almost nothing. And it's $5 in taxes. So you can use this website, sign up for their newsletter, and you can pick your preferential airport. And every couple of days, they'll send you emails about like deals from your home airport. I've seen ones from Vegas. Let me see if I can actually pull one up behind the scenes so you guys don't see my whole email inbox. Let's see. Rome. So it is. Let's see. This is it. Okay. Make sure I'm not doxing myself too. Okay. Make sure it's at a level. I'm not gonna be doxing myself. Okay. So they'll send you emails like this, flash deals. So ANA first class, bro. Japan only, 42,000 points, 42 to 61,000 points to fly first class ANA to Tokyo. ANA is one of the top airlines in Asia. Look at this. This is what you get for 42,000 points. Do you guys want to fly like this? Lay flat seats, a TV screen that's damn near the width of the actual seat. Like, I want to fly like this. 60,000 points from Chicago to Tokyo, first class. And then they haven't even talked about the food. The food in itself is worth it. So they send you stuff like this periodically. So I highly encourage you guys to sign up for Roam. It's free. I may just upgrade to Roam Pro so I can actually really maximize the points that I need to go to Africa with and fly to Africa for damn near free in business class. So yeah, business class to Japan for winter 2025, and San Francisco to Tokyo first class again for 51,000 points for January. Okay. And then Tokyo to Chicago. So you're flying back to Chicago for 60,000 points. So round trip first class is 120,000 miles or points. Bruh. Come on, man. Come on. Tokyo to San Francisco, ANA first class, 51,000 points. Guys, Honolulu to Tokyo, 41,000 points. I was just in Honolulu, bro. I might as well just go to Tokyo. 41,000 points, that's nothing. And that's first class. This is insane. Yeah, you guys can see it here, man. It's you see like the one we searched for 200,000 miles was on the high end for sure. But this is the secret, man. That is the secret. And let's see if we have any additional questions we have here, because I don't have anything else for you guys. And I'll leave the stream open just for a couple of minutes so you guys can get in any last minute questions. They can be about travel cards. They can be about how to easily get your credit up to where it's supposed to be to get approved for these cards. It could be about specific benefits for each of the cards. And you guys let me know. I'll leave it open for a couple of seconds. Oh, man. Yeah, man, it feels great to really be back on the travel space again. But yeah, I'm here, guys. Let me know. What do you guys need from me? I have both of the cards that we discussed, and the Amex. I did a lot of research on the Amex too, so I am very well versed in all three cards. If you guys want to ask me any questions whatsoever, and even if you're watching this on the replay, if you leave comments in the description box below, I'll be sure to answer those questions as well in a very concise manner. Nora, thank you so much for coming through, Nora. You really asked a few good questions there for the audience. Hopefully everyone received some value from this live. And if you did, make sure you share it with someone that may have some questions about these cards, or want to hear my non-biased selection for what is the best out of the three. And I really need to learn for non-flight related perks. Yeah, it's kind of difficult with these cards, to be honest with you, Nora, because they are so travel focused to begin with. If you want non-flight related perks, I'm trying to think which one would be. Probably the Amex. If you can stomach that $695 a year, that one I believe has the best perks for non-travel. So they have the Walmart Plus, They have the streaming services reimbursement. I think they still have the Equinox credit as well. If you have an Equinox in your area, or you're able to order one of those super duper expensive bougie bikes from from Equinox, because Equinox is a pretty high end gym. And yeah, Amex will probably be the best for non-travel, non-flight related perks. Travel, yes, but I drive for work, but stay in hotels the most. Oof, for hotels, I would say still Amex. It depends on how frequent that you do it, and you're okay with that annual fee. Like, I'm not okay with the annual fee, so I'm not gonna get the Amex Platinum. But if I was okay with the annual fee, Amex Platinum all day, every day. But I am a very frugal traveler most of the time, so I'm gonna go with the more affordable option. And the Capital One just seems like it has the best balance in my personal situation, which is why you want to do a comparison of all of the credit cards here to see which one best fits you, right? I can say the Venture X is the best card ever, and that may be for me, but the Amex Platinum or the Chase Sapphire Reserve may be better for you, which is why you have to compare and contrast and make that informed decision. Yeah, I'd rather not spend for fees too. I know. I feel that. I feel that 100%, because if you're really not trying to fly that often, the 695 is kind of really difficult to deal with. So yeah, Nora, you're very welcome. I appreciate you coming into the live, and I really hope that you stick around for the long term, because I have some great videos from Brazil and Mexico coming up. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I really do appreciate you guys dropping into the live. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification for more videos and live streams that may provide some value to you and everybody else. So again, my name is Jay. You've been tripping with Jay, and I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Peace.